Imagine Ikwere people coming out to say that they're not Igbos. Ikwere people that was fighting for that position, who will be the leader of the Igbo. And then finally, an Ikwere man emerged, the president of the Igbo. And then the Ikwere, some of the Ikweres that was paid, I don't know if they were paid, are out there saying that Ikweres are not Igbos. Then, if the Ikweres are not Igbos, who are now the Igbos in River State? If Ikwere is not Igbo, this is how ignorance is eating up our country, Nigeria. So after all the problems are having in Nigeria, all the issues having in Nigeria, what they saw to be a protest is that they are not Igbos. But no, I'll allow you guys to hear what Nnamdi said when he listed the states that are Igbos. You'll be shocked to hear the states which he listed. And I think other guys should take a look at that video, and I'd like to know what you think or your thoughts about that video, because he exposed, or let's say he gave out the map of Biafra, those that are meant to be Igbos and those that are not Igbos, and he gave instances and reasons why he said that those people are Igbos. Just take a look at that video and I'll be to you guys in a minute.
I want the 13 states, please.
You want me to name for you the 13 states that make up?
Yes, please.
Kogi, are there Igbo people in Kogi? I'm sure the answer is yes.
Yes.
Indigenous. Are there Igbo people in Edo State? Yes. We agree. In Edo State, there are Igbo people. I'm not talking about Ubiaja, which is Ishan. We will come to that later. I'm even talking about a place called Igbo Akere. Igbo Akere. Are there Igbo people in Delta State? Yes. Are there Igbo people in Benue? In Benue State, I'm asking you, Izi community is in Benue State. They speak Igbo. The largest market you have in Benue belong to the Igbo communities in Benue State. Are there Igbo people in Cross River? Yes. The Sobo Igbo people are in Cross River. Are Igbo people in Akwa Ibom? Yes. E2 is in Akwa Ibom. There are Igbo people. Are there Igbo people in River State? Are there Igbo people there? Of course there are. 90% of River State is Igbo. Are there Igbo people in Bayelsa? And you'll be shocked. YES is the answer. There are Igbo speaking people inside Bayelsa itself till tomorrow morning. The same way you have Igbo people in Ondo. Are there Igbo people in all the five? I've counted for you the 6 states that make up the so-called South. Imo, Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi.
Yeah, you've mentioned 9 now. 9 states. 1, 2, 3. Kogi, Edo, Benue, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Bayelsa, Ondo.
Have you added? No, not in Ondo. We're not in Ondo. Igbo is not in Ondo. What is in Ondo is Ijo. Ijo is in Ondo, not Igbo. But okay. Ijo is Biafra, and we'll get to that later. And then you add the 5 southeastern states. You have Imo, you have Anambra, you have Enugu, you have Ebonyi, you have Abia. Add all of them together.
Imo, Anambra, Ebonyi, Abia,
Enugu.
1, 2.
Add it to the 6.
Okay.
5 southeastern states.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think one is missing somewhere.
One cannot be 6 states. 6 states of the south, 5 states of the southeast, then Kogi and Benue, and then you get 13. In all these places, you have. I'm not telling you about where they are trading, where they are doing business. People from there are Igbo. They are indigenous.
I think Kogi would agree to go with Biafra.
No, it's about a referendum. We are asking, what we're asking for is that part of Kogi where women tie two-piece wrapper. That's all. Your mother will tell you where you come from. If you look at your mother when she dresses up to go to church or to go to a function and she's tying two-piece wrapper, one on top of the other, then you know you're a Biafran. And I'm telling that's what they do in Kogi, in Enugu State, in Benue State, in Cross River State, all the way down. You can go all the way down to Edo State. It is there till tomorrow morning.
Don't you think you are likely to hit the brick wall if you try to go expansionist, if I could put it that way?
I am an Igbo man. With all due respect, my dear brother, the Yorubas may be comfortable leaving Yoruba people in Togo and the Benin Republic and calling somebody from Sokoto State their brother. I don't intend to do that. Wherever you have Igbo people, they must be together as one. We are not leaving anybody behind. We cannot leave anybody behind. It was the Fulani Janjaweed and the British that caused this problem. You cannot come to my land, you take an Igbo community, you give them to Benue, you give them to Kogi, and you say they're from the north. Ohaneso may tolerate it. I will not tolerate it. I can't tolerate it. I am not going to leave one single Igbo community anywhere. They must be part of Biafra. They must be part of Biafra.
What happens? Let's say the other people that you are fighting get to vote and they decide to call your bluff and say, okay, Igbo people in Kaduna, in Katsina, in Sokoto to detent Israel. How will that fit into your plan?
Quite frankly,
before you answer, let me do it as a double whammy. And what if the Igbos in those places say they are not interested in joining you?
Hallelujah. We say good riddance. Everything we are doing is based on the consent of the people. There must be a referendum, or should I say referenda, which is the plural, right across the board. We are going to ask people, ethnicity by ethnicity, where they wish to belong. If they say we want to be part of the Janjaweed North, where once in a while you lose your daughter, your wife could be raped, oh well and good. We let them go. I am a Democrat. I'm not going to force anybody to do anything. And Biafra must come via a referendum. People must agree to it. We are not forcing anyone to do anything. Everything we are saying and doing is geared towards one outcome, a referendum. If they agree, fine. If they don't agree.
So who is going to organize this referendum that you've been talking about?
The United Nations will have to organize it at the right time. They will.
If it is not organized, what is your plan B?
We continue with civil unrest and civil disobedience, boycott of elections. As one of our great heroes said, we will boycott all boycottables until we get what we want. The British never wanted to leave Africa, but they did. Russia never wanted the Soviet Union to break up, but it did. Serbia never wanted Yugoslavia to break up, but it did. Sudan never wanted South Sudan. They never wanted South Sudan to be free. They are free today. Ethiopia never wanted, excuse me, Eritrea to be free, but today Eritrea is free. So that tells you all you need to know. It is not in their hands because you know what? Power belongs to the people. Anything we want is what we are going to get.
Once again, I want to ask this. Do you think this dream is realizable without a war? And are you prepared to fight another war?
This dream can be realized without a war. And let me put it this way, as soon as the people, the various ethnic groups in Nigeria realize what Nigeria means to each and every ethnic group, they will subscribe to our position. So it is realizable without a war. Before the white man came, let me ask you this, because it's an interview, which means you can ask me because I can ask you. Before the white man came, was there any Nigeria? Before the white man came, did Nigeria exist? It's a simple question that I'm asking you. Did Nigeria exist before?
It didn't, no.
It didn't exist. Then why are African people, black people dying over something that they did not create? Did any Yoruba man create Nigeria? The answer is no. No Igbo man created Nigeria. No Hausa man did. No Fulani man did. No Kanuri man did. No Chukun man did. When you come to Nigeria, it's always a debate about, it is our turn. It is our turn. It is our turn to rule. Now, there are over 250 main ethnic groups in Nigeria. If you keep rotating the presidency every 8 years to each and every ethnic group, times 8 by 250, how many years are you going to get? So some people will die many times over. They will reincarnate many times over. The presidency hasn't come to them. Nigeria is a joke and an absolute mess. It was not created by black people. Therefore, it cannot be sustained by black people. I want to see an Africa where a Yoruba nation, a Yoruba mega nation extends from Togo all the way to Edo State. That's what I want. Because that is authentic Africa. I don't know why Africans are so beholden to something that's alien to them. Are you a white man? The looker that created Nigeria is a white man. What are you doing as an African defending something that a white man created out of, should I say, a racist intent? Nigeria was an ordinary company, Royal Niger Company, an ordinary business venture that the British converted into a nation. And Africans are killing themselves trying to maintain something that a white man created. Sometimes I wonder what type of God made African people. I don't understand it. And that is why you have this neo-colonialism. That is why the British High Commissioner had to go to Tinubu to ask him, how do you end this protest? Because if this protest continues, you're jeopardizing our oil. Now the Kano can use it as an advantage to go and get Biafra. They ask the army to go in and kill people. You people are being ruled by your colonial masters. Your fate is not in your hand. You're in a country that is 60 years old, so to speak. There is no electricity. If I am a Nigerian, I can't come out and say I'm a Nigerian. I'll be ashamed of myself. For 60 years, you have no electricity. For 60 years, no good roads. For 60 years, no good schools. For 60 years, your politicians are traveling abroad for medical treatment. I ask you, what is there to be proud of about Nigeria? Name one thing you can be proud of. Name one thing. It's a question I'm asking you, Dele. Tell me one thing you can be proud of in Nigeria.
Nigerians are amongst the brightest people in the world, including the Igbo people, of which you are one. You are a very brilliant man. That is Nigeria in your DNA.
I was born a Biafran, not a Nigerian. Nigeria is a historical mistake.
Was there a birth certificate at that time that wrote Biafra on it?
Of course, yes. You want me to show you? I will show it to you. I can email it to you. It's not here with me right now. I can email it to you. My person is Biafra.
I don't mind.
I will email it to you. So you see, what I'm asking is, if Nigeria never existed until the white man came, why are you as a black African man defending it? What's the white man created? Why? When you have Yorubas in Benin Republic, Yoruba is in Togo, they speak your language, they eat your food, they dress the same way you do, you have the same culture, the same value system, the same orientation, and I'm asking you, and the white man came from Europe and said, oh, you are Yoruba from Togo, you speak French. You're Yoruba from Benin Republic, you're going to speak French. But you're Yoruba from Nigeria, you speak English. Are people not perturbed by that? That level of dehumanization, that level of subjugation. You see, one thing that shocks me about Africa and their class of intellectuals is the fact that they are willing to swallow hook, line, and sinker anything the colonial master gives to them. And I've asked you this very question. Can you go to Europe and create a country as a black man? The answer is no. Then why must you accept what a white man is doing in Africa? Do you see why we are poor and very backwards? Do you see why Nigeria can never have 24 hours of electricity? Never, ever, ever, ever. Because the foundation is faulty. The orientation of Fulani Janja, people were protesting SARS killings in the south. Fulani people in the north, you are busy having fun and laughing and smiling. And you want to be in the same country with them. Your value system, your reasoning, your understanding, your orientation can never ever be the same. Never be the same. Why did Britain leave the EU? Then I'm asking you, are they not Christians? Are they not Democrats? Are they not, don't they believe in free trade and voting people in and voting them out? But then, why did Britain leave the EU? Why? The same Britain that left the EU is asking me not to leave Nigeria. Nigeria that is only 100 years old. Your grandfather was not a Nigerian. Was not. So why must you throw away the history of your family, the rich history of your people? Because a white man called the place Nigeria. Why must you do that? Why? Can I go to England and name them and name them Albania and say all your history is now gone? We are doing our ancestors a disservice. And let me tell you why Black Africa cannot go forward. Some people, not you, some people accepted this nonsensical balkanization of Africa with their useless flag independence. And your ancestors are in the grave. Your ancestors that existed before the white man was born, they are in the grave. You jettison their history and their identity. You banish it, you denigrate it, you insult them by accepting this garbage called Nigeria, and you want them to be happy with you. That is why no Black African country can see development. No Black, you see South Africa. When whites were running South Africa, everything was good. Now Blacks took over. Look at what is happening. Because even the land of Africa itself is angry with us. We went to school for a reason. The reason why you go to school is to question certain things. And the question is this: why is it that you as an African, you are willing to kill, to die for something a white man created when they cannot do something for you? You see how they are not equal to us. You see why they are always better than us. And nobody can tell me with any ounce of conviction or justification the reason why Yoruba people should be in Togo, in Benin, and in Nigeria. Why can't they be in one country, same way that the English people are in one country in England? Or should I say in the UK? These are the things that we must ask ourselves.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Mazi Namkano. I mean, you are very passionate about your beliefs. Nobody can take that away from you. So now we get to the stage where I already jotted down some questions from members of the public. The first is that you hold a dual nationality. So they are saying you have a choice, you have an option. What about those who have nowhere to go?
The reason why you are interviewing me today is because I got lucky. My parents didn't get lucky. People who were in my house did not get lucky that very day, they died. My dog also died. Jack, they killed my dog. Now, listen very carefully. People don't understand. There is a level of flippancy in Africa, and should I say, we don't interrogate any concept or phenomenon with a great degree of sincerity. Why do I have a Nigerian passport? The same way that Awolowo, Chief Obafemi Awolowo, held onto a British travel document. Did that stop Awolowo from fighting for Nigeria to be independent? I'm asking you a simple question. Did that stop him? Awolowo went to Glasgow to study.
Document.
Exactly. He traveled abroad. Awolowo traveled abroad to study. He read economics in Scotland, and he came back. Probably even on British scholarship. The fact that Awolowo was availed of free education in England and traveled to England by ship in those days with British papers, did it stop Chief Awolowo from fighting for independence of his people?
And I must say, he was a lawyer.
Thank you. Sorry, I do apologize. He was a lawyer as well, but he also read economics. Do you know he read economics as well? He also read, he's a lawyer. I agree. Now, I'll ask that question again so you answer, so that the whole world can hear. Yes, the fact that Awolowo went to England and studied, or let me say Britain and studied, United Kingdom, came back, became a lawyer and an economist. Did that stop Chief Awolowo from campaigning for independence from Britain? I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I understand your logic. Yeah.
Now, the same thing with Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. He traveled to the US. He studied. He traveled to the US with British papers. As somebody traveling from a British colony, he went to the US and he read, and he came back. And a Yoruba man, incidentally, let me tell you why they don't want Yorubas and the Igbos to be. A Yoruba man identified the talent in Nnamdi Azikiwe and appointed him the secretary of NCS. That Yoruba man is Herbert Macaulay, a Yoruba man. And Zik fought with the likes of Awolowo until Nigeria became free. Why didn't they say, in those days they were very intelligent. Nobody said to Zik, you went to England for free, you studied, you have their passport, now you're fighting and saying they should go. Because in those days, our fathers, they had brain. I'm sorry to say this generation, I don't know what's wrong with them. Is a social media indoming generation. And I hope that after this evening, they will become, should I say, more enlightened as to the issues. I no longer hold dual nationality. I used to have dual nationality for convenience sake, just to travel out of Nigeria, not for anything. And my hatred for Nigeria didn't start today. I've always hated Nigeria. It's a very useless place. Only a fool can say, I am a proud Nigerian. There's something to be proud of. Absolutely nothing. You have nothing. Individually, you're brilliant. The Ngozi Iwealas of this world, our brother who is at the African Development Bank, very smart and very brainy, yes, as an individual. But collectively, as a group, the most useless 200 million people in the whole world. Nothing is coming out of nothing, absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So how can I be a proud Nigerian? Ordinary light you don't have. No, simple light you don't have. How can I be a proud Nigerian? Thank you very much.
Now, your governors have virtually rejected Biafra. Those are the most senior representatives of the people. So this person is asking, how do you want to deal with that situation?
How many governors do we have per state?
One governor, isn't it? One governor per state, yes. But they
and in a democracy,
they control and yes.
How many during election? How many times does the governor vote?
Once.
Okay. So the people will decide, not the governor. We are not Fulani Janjaweed. We don't have feudal lords in our land. We are Democrats or Republicans. You have only one vote. Only one vote. One governor, one vote. People may dissent, they're entitled to their opinion. One governor, one vote during the place besides or referendum. And there is nothing they can.
And then some persons are saying that Ikwere is not Igbo. You see how now they kind of listed all the states that are under Igbo or that are Igbos. And also how you say that Igbo and Biafra must establish that what he will do is a referendum, no war, no fight, because you know how the last war ended. We lost so many lives, around 3 million lives we are lost. So now you say that all you need to do is a referendum. If you think you will join us. If you think not to join us, you can just maybe keep staying as Nigeria. But what will happen that Biafra must come to Nigeria, whether anybody likes it or not. That power belongs to the people, and it's true. Because it's what we want that we will get, not what one person wants. Because this is a nation, that means everybody is involved. The democracy is involved people. So that means the people have the choice to make. So it's when they actually carry out the referendum and then those that want to join the Biafra will be allowed to go. That's how it's being done. Nobody have the power to stop anybody from doing or going the path he wants to choose. I can choose I want to go astray by being a bad boy. It's my choice to do. I will now face the consequences. That means everybody that wants to join Biafra will have to decide that he wants to join Biafra and then face the consequences. If Biafra letter turns out bad, everybody that decided will face the consequences. If not that good, we will all enjoy it. So that's how life is, and that was not kind of insinuating that Biafra must come to Nigeria and Nigeria must give Biafra. Anyhow it is, Biafra must come. That's what it's trying to say. So I'd like guys everybody will vote now in the comment section. I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned guys. I'll see you in my next video.